Hello, this is Akemi, and welcome to our new episode of Bringing Spirituality into Life. And today we have a brand new guest. His name is Stacey. Oh, how do you read your name? I forgot to
Hi,
ask. Hi,
Byerly. Yep.
Byerly. Okay, forgive me, I'm Japanese. Sometimes I have a little bit of a hard time reading everybody's last name. Oh, hello. We have hello from Colleen. Oh, hello to Stacey too. Say hi. Okay, so I am going to be very honest. This is the first time that I am talking to Stacey. So I have so many questions that I want to ask you and to get to know you so that everybody can get to know you. And
All right.
also the aspect of bringing spirituality into life. Okay, so you are a theta healing instructor, a Reiki master. Oh my god, that is so cool. I don't know how to do Reiki, just for you to know. I haven't gone into that yet.
hmm
Maybe someday. Oh, you're a master. I get to learn from you maybe. Yeah, right? If you're a master, you can teach. That's the deal, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Yeah, yeah. And then so your healing journey started from 2018, which is kind of cool. So now you can actually kind of show us how you get into or how you were introduced into this healing slash spiritual journey. And you were in the motion picture industry.
Yeah, I was in the rigging electric department on movie sets, and that was a very chaotic world.
It was a chaotic world.
Very chaotic.
Oh, okay. Wow. So, what brought you to getting into this healing or spiritual world?
Well, from a very young age, I kind of knew that something was up. I was seeing things, and I was feeling things, and I really thought everybody else did. And I guess
Mhm.
everybody has empathy and that sort of thing. But I really was like feeling other people's feelings immensely. And, I went to college and, tried to do the whole degree thing and get a degree in computers, and then it's like this isn't right either. And I started working with my father at the movie industry, and it was like now I was working like 18-hour days sometimes, and I was just like a ghost,
Oh,
overworking and
gosh.
all this. I felt very disconnected, and I was like, oh yep, creator, I need some help. And then
Mhm.
through a bunch of synchronistic circumstances, I took my basic um, theta healing class in Kauai. That was
Mhm.
fantastic.
Ooh,
I
cool.
wanna go back there. It was awesome. And then it just kept rolling and rolling and rolling. And it's only been a few years. And now I'm teaching. I finished up teaching basic this week, and yeah, it's been fantastic. It's been really
Mhm.
fantastic to grow and heal myself as I've been through this journey. I've lost a bunch of weight and really had my body realigned as I progress. And it doesn't have to be complicated. I guess, as simple as it is, you just have to say yes.
Yes, it's very simple. You just have to say yes. Exactly, right? I have a question while you were talking. So when you were little, I mean, a lot of people who are watching this have children and they kind of want to know how to interact or deal with how the children see the world and how they can get like emotionally maybe in a way like stuck because
hmm
of how they're feeling things, the empathy that they have for others. So when you look at yourself when you were little, what do you want to tell yourself or what do you want to teach yourself? Because I think that's what we can actually be teaching our children.
Right.
Yeah.
The key thing there is to be understood. Um, be understood, be seen, be heard. And
Mhm.
it's not all that complicated, other than I hear you, I see you, I love you. And some people really don't know how to do that on a fundamental level. Um, the people in my world were trying their best at doing it, but I had a lot of physical pain and all that, and I didn't know how to relate that, and I didn't know how
Mhm.
to relate what I was seeing. Uh, come to find out that it was some of the future events that would happen was what I was seeing, and I was like, well, how do you relate that? So
Mhm.
you know, being as open as and accepting as you can be for where you're at as a parent.
Open and accepting as a parent.
Yes,
Mm,
just wide open as you can be, because the world is changing, and we've got all kinds of different shifts as far as energy. Just being present with the universal waveform is kind of what I'm
mhm.
seeing it as.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard to be open sometimes when you think about your child's future, it,
Mm-hmm.
the normal way. I won't say like it is the normal way. Like as a society, if you look at your child and you look at them and say, what happens if this happens? And what happens if that happens? But you just said when you were talking that you did go to college, but you kind of just gone to college so that you can get a computer's degree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I have a question for
Mm-hmm.
now for the kids. So now you went to college, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then you just went because maybe, but how did it help you? Because if we look at it as a fact, like from society, oh my God, you got a degree in computers, or that's awesome, that's cool. But inside you, you had this mismatch inside you, right? That's how I kind of understood. So,
Yeah.
but the thing is, what did you get from going? I mean, there's another side of it because you
Mm-hmm.
chose to go. You said yes. I mean, and then you went into the to the to the uh to the to the company, and then it was chaotic, but still, what did you get out from that? I'm curious.
What I got out of the computers degree, which I didn't really even finish, it was sort of like, well, here's how a computer works. There's three
Mhm,
different ways of doing anything in
mhm,
like Microsoft Word or something like that.
mhm,
And it really taught me how to navigate the subconscious mind when I started doing theta healing. I was like, oh, it's just a computer. Now there's all kinds of compassion in there, and also, but it's like the basic structure of theta healing is like, okay, if this, then it's either we can go here and just follow it down to the core. And
mhm,
that systematic approach serves to a certain extent, and then you wrap it on with all kinds of being open and accepting, which that took me a while to really embody, because I had a lot of layers to go through.
mhm,
As it's kind of like Shrek. Ogres
mhm,
have layers.
mhm, mhm. Yes, yes, we have layers. But since, I do the same practice, I do theta healing, and I have noticed that while we see the layers and the layers that really thought that was like so much junk or maybe so much chaos or so much things that were on top of us. But if when you look at it and you start seeing it, start learning it, start understanding it, I think this is like the spiritual aspect of what we have been opening up to,
Hmm.
is that it all had a meaning to it. And right?
Right, and what may seem like Everest today is an anthill later. It's not really
Mhm.
as serious as it may be in the moment. It's like, oh, and then you go up and ask Creator, everything will be fine. you know,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
that's just remembering that there are practices that you can do with stress management. One tip in particular is light a candle, worry about the world for 15 minutes, and then blow it out. And that
Mhm.
just creates space to like get the worry out. And journaling, and there's a bunch of different tools that one can use
Mhm.
to get the collective junk, get whatever junk that needs to come out.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. Well, I think the junk is like the past emotion that you're still holding on to, that
mhm.
you don't really had to keep it with you, but because for you to remember what you have learned, or what to embrace what you were getting from that, it was just a way for us to kind of keep it on our body, maybe. Just wear it
Yes.
on.
Yes,
Exactly,
definitely.
right?
And, as I've cleaned up layers, my body's gotten a lot healthier. It's just, you know, anger in the liver's
Mm.
happier now, all of that sort of thing. Just everything seems lighter.
Mhm.
Some things would happen when I was in the thick of it, and then I'd be really, really wrapped up in it for days. And now it's more of like, oh yeah, I may spend 20 minutes going, man, you know, this part doesn't sit well. But then okay, why is it there? Why am I experiencing this? So it's made it a lot quicker.
Mhm. 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 You just mentioned about journaling, and there's so many other ways to kinda get your things out.
Hmm.
What else do you use? Like journaling?
Journaling, physical activity,
Mm,
and finding what you love. Like if I encounter a lot of people that may seem directionless, like they don't know where to go next. Well,
mm,
the answer to where to go next is literally within what you love to do. Even if it's one doesn't make that into a career, maybe, but it's like, okay, that will clear up space to be like, oh, now I got an idea. I got an idea. It's more of like clearing space for your mind. So yeah, go out, grab a cup of coffee, or go out and play video games if that's your thing. Take a run, whatever
mhm,
you authentically enjoy.
mm. The part of enjoying what you truly can enjoy, that
Hmm.
that that's pretty cool. And sometimes people think like when you're a spiritual person, or you're going and learning, or having that aspect in your life, you don't really play games.
Yeah, well, and you could view spirituality as a game. I mean, it is a game
I
because it's
know it is a
fun.
game.
It's
It
just
is
fun.
fun. I know.
Like blessing your food, you can visualize that in a very funny way.
Mhm.
In my basic class, somebody saw Care Bears. I thought that was funny. We all had a
Aw.
laugh at that. you know and I mean, I don't think there is a need to learn to be spiritual. It's just enjoy what you enjoy to start out with, and
Mhm.
make it a practice. I was reading a post by one of my local friends here in Rapid City. Why do people work at something they don't enjoy? It's like, well, that's the societal thing. You go get a job so you can go and like do things you enjoy, but make the thing you enjoy your job or have something to do with it. And then you'll never work a day in your life.
Thank you, because you know what? The reason why I created this show, bringing spirituality into life, is actually what you just said. Enjoy. It wasn't really something that people think like it has to be like hocus pocus. It has to be like you have to be like following something, or you got to do this way or that way. It's so normal that people just
Hmm.
have it in them, and they want to word it so badly. So that's why I put that word in there. It didn't really have to be this name. So, yes, to really enjoy life is what the topic was really. So, but we just kind of get into that trap of, oh, we have to do it this way. Oh, we have to do it that way. And so, what do you enjoy? I want to hear. What's
I,
joy?
I enjoy physical exercise. Sometimes I can have too much of that, like when you're in the zone, it gets kind of like, oh, now I feel kind of burnt out. But I
Mhm,
do play the occasional video game, and I enjoy talking to people. I really
mhm.
enjoy. I've started a small podcast, and I don't really have a name for it. It's just kind of conversations with people who I enjoy talking to. So
Awesome.
It's, and I enjoy just being out and experiencing new things.
Mm,
Going to Kauai was one of the funnest experiences in my life, and I did a helicopter flyover. It's I love experiencing life. It was, and through theta healing through 2020, it was like, oh, I'm in class with somebody from Australia, which was really fun. You know, meeting people from all over the world, and that was what was fun for me there. And when I went to Montana and took a bunch more classes, I met people that were like family to me, and we went on hikes. We went to Glacier National Park, all of that stuff. So I love exploring life, I guess you could say.
exploring life. And I'm sure, did you get to explore life when you were little, or when was the time that you actually accepted yourself that you can explore life?
Well, you know what? It was only a few years ago. It was
Mm,
only a few years ago that I really did accept, like, oh, this can be fun. This can be fun. When I was little, I was scared of a lot of things. Um,
mm, mhm,
and you know, it was something within me that was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go out, and people who know me know I'd left my old job and kind of like, let's jump and figure it out later kind of thing. And
mm,
that in itself was, I probably made it harder than it had to be, but it was fun, you know. Um, I've moved across country twice and went and traveling a lot of places, and it was really fun to just see different places. And that's
mhm,
I like going to national monuments. That was fun. And
mhm,
one of the funnest things was, just meeting everybody who has the same interest, where it's like there's no um, guard up. I mean, a community is a wonderful thing to have. A
mhm,
community where you can just relax, and the more one can be themselves, the more that will draw our community towards us without the need to
mhm.
even try. So,
So the joy and the excitement and wanting to meet new people and having that joy actually opened you up to this community, to meeting people.
mhm.
That's exciting. So the jump that you've made, how is life since then?
It's really good. I mean, I've met a whole ton of people. I still keep in touch with a lot of friends um, from my old job, and it's really been an experience to move to a different place and go back to places I've been. I was born in Montana, so it was like, yeah, it
Oh.
feels like I was born in Montana. I moved away for a very long time, and now I'm back, that was really powerful, and it was everything just has an amount of ease that I can't really describe. It's just like, oh, now we're
Mm,
doing this today. And yeah, there is moments there, but then I rely on the skills that I've learned, and the skills to keep myself balanced, and a community of friends that is very accepting, and I have more energy than ever. It's been
mm,
it's been quite the big transformation in all areas.
awesome. So what was that click or something, the pivot time that you had from your old life to this, I don't know if we should call it a new, but the life that having now.
Yeah.
What was that turning point?
The turning point, I would say, is when I took basic,
Mm.
and that was, just ask my basic teacher. I was hard headed in basic.
So how did you get to the basic class? The
I
theta healing class, right? Yeah.
Right,
How
yeah, yeah. I was working with a practitioner, and she's like, "You need a vacation." So I
Mhm.
went and figured out where I should have a vacation. And it just so happens that there was a basic class on Kauai, and I'm like, yes. And it was where my favorite movie of all time was shot. My favorite movie is um, Jurassic Park. So I got to see
Ah,
Jurassic Park, and there was a lot of callbacks to when I was 4 or 5 years old when I met one of the actors in Jurassic Park, and it was like awe and wonder when I met this person. And then I went to Kauai, and again, when I was finished with basic, I was like, this is wonderful. I feel free. So there was a amount of freedom that clicked right after basic, and then just one thing after another in a very good, like, momentum building way. So
wow.
now I enjoy seeing that happen for other people by teaching them theta healing and teaching them, through my own experience with it, and, sort of crazy experiences that I've had throughout my life. So,
Mhm.
so
Wow. But I just heard that it was from a movie that you went to Kauai. So that kind of means that you already had the signs way before that you actually chose to be there.
yeah. Um, it was kind of funny. I can trace it back since I was 4 years old. So it was like,
Oh, wow.
so it was, in fact, one of my mentors was my father's mentor when I was 4. So
Mm.
there's this big trail. I asked for help, and then um, that mentor just magically came back into my life, and then boom, it was like, oh yeah, let's light the fuse and let's go.
Oh, wow. Okay, okay. So, everyone, we are having a interview with Stacey. Okay, Byerly.
Hmm.
And yes, and he's sharing us with his experiences with bringing spirituality into life. So please say hi in the chat and tell us where you're from. And Carlene has been messaging us. I haven't got a chance to read it. So yeah, so she's is again another theta healer, and I think she knows you. You have been in one of her shows, I guess.
Yeah,
And
we did a video together. It was about being in the flow, if I'm not mistaken. It was like being in the flow of the universe.
oh
Um,
wow, so do we get to see that somewhere if we go into like your Facebook page or something?
yeah, I did post it on Facebook. It is in my YouTube channel. Just type my
Oh,
name
you
into
have a
YouTube.
YouTube channel. Okay,
Yeah.
so if we want to connect with Stacy, I am going to ask him to kind of type in information for me later on how to get a hold of him. And so, do you do like one-on-one sessions right now?
Yeah, I do one-on-one sessions. I teach theta healing courses,
Uh-huh.
and I just enjoy talking to people. So,
Awesome.
somebody has a different perspective on energy healing or how to go
Mhm,
about life. I enjoy talking to them about it, and
mhm,
just how they've experienced any any area of spirituality is really up for grabs there. I mean, a lot of it's been my theta healing friends, and they all do it differently.
mhm,
The structure and the way it's laid out is the same no matter where you go, pretty much,
mhm,
but like how everybody does it is really unique to the person,
mhm.
and it is wonderful.
Oh, so you are one of the people who embrace the unique aspect of every single person. That is amazing. And look, Corleen is helping us. She's posting your YouTube channel. So please look in the comments. You will
Mhm.
find Stacy's channel, link to the channel.
Mhm.
Thank you, Corleen.
Yes, thank you so
I might
much.
have to ask her to come and talk with me one day. Yes, I'm really open to having people come to this talk show. I think this is our 1 year marker right now. Oh, see, now she's actually posting us another interview. So thank you so much, Corleen. Um, It's amazing. So, Stacy, you already have people that help you out. That's just like so cool.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And the community has really helped me out a lot. And just the people that I've connected with are amazing. They know who they are, and give them a big group hug because, I wouldn't be at this point in my life without every single person along the way. Even um, if they don't realize it, one of the things that I'm kept reminded of is, even in teacher training, somebody got this, and this was something that's so integral, is sometimes the silence is the answer for some person. The silence when you're with them matters more to them sometimes than you having to say something. Just being is there. So, you know, in the reality of spirituality is you have no real grasp on what kind of effect you have on the universe, the people in it, sometimes for years.
Mhm.
So just
Mhm.
be mindful in really embodying your true authentic self, and things will work out.
Mhm.
Things will
Yeah.
work out. Clearing beliefs around things being difficult is definitely a good thing, but in the end, everything works out.
Mhm. Thank you. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. My mind is going like, yeah, that's why many different religions actually call different ways of what they do in this moment actually
Hmm.
affects the life beyond. And somehow the word karma came out from my mind, which is
Hmm.
the Indian aspect of watch what you do, or else, you're going to kind of bring it to your next life, and this might happen
Hmm.
to you, or that might happen to you. But they're all beliefs in a way, from my point of view.
Hmm.
Um, and yes, so if you want to know more about this, you know where to go now. Stacy would be the person that can answer you. And also, I'm sure he's going to do more shows and have more people come to his show. So that's one. If you have any web pages, please post them later. Maybe Carlene will. You never know. You have so many good people around you. That's
Yes.
amazing. And air hug to the people that supported you, because for having them support you, you are here on my show at this moment. Well, I should say
Hmm.
our, because I have Donna with me all the time, our show. And so thank you so much. And maybe we can do more. I mean,
Yes, of course.
please come.
Yes.
Oh yeah, now we have Stacy on Facebook. Thank you so much, Colleen. That is so awesome. Wow. Lots of love to
Yes, lots of
Stacy,
love. Thank you.
Colleen. Yes, yes. Honto, thank you so much. And so thank you to coming to our show. So at the very end, so what is the most important thing in your life at this moment now?
The most important thing for me is just settling into my new space, and settling into really getting in the mindset of let things come to me, and just
Mm,
relaxing. And we tell that to people in theta healing all the time. You just need to relax and let it happen. But the actual practice of it, although it's not all that complicated, sometimes it's, you get wrapped up in the moment, and there it is.
mhm.
And just relaxing and enjoying oneself will bring everything to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, now we have your profile on Theta Healing website. That is so awesome too. Yes. So now we all know where to go. And yes. So I have more questions, but I guess it's time. It's like 29 minutes now. So I kind of set a time so that I don't go too much, because I can keep talking and asking questions. I'm like a nosy person in a good way, I would say. That's why
Yes,
I
it's
think I can do this job. My my interest is there. Okay. So thank you for coming on the show with us today, Stacy, and we will see you again.
yes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's been wonderful.
And I'm sure we want to talk about how you lost your baggage, the thing on
Yes.
your body, right? Yeah. So the next episode, we will talk about that. That'll be so exciting. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining us. And Colleen, thank you for all the information and helping me out. I needed
Yeah.
a secretary that was just perfect. So maybe next time, if you need anything, just let me know. I will come and help. And Stacey, yes, weight loss. Not loss. We'll say be in shape, be back into your original perfect self, right? That's
Hmm.
the key. Okay. So thank you so much. And we will see you in the next episode on bringing spirituality into life. Love you all. Thank you
Bye.
so much. Bye.